Okay, I wanted to do a video to show you something most people don't ever get to see. You may not can tell it, but we're standing on an old road bed. You see the pipes in the woods, not pipes, but the angle iron sticking out of the woods. Back in 1920, or prior to 1920, in 1870, a bridge was built in the woods, and we're in Holcomb, Mississippi. If you want to look it up, Holcomb is spelled H-O-L-C-O-M-B. In 1920, the Army Corps of Engineers rerouted the Yallabusha River, and the river used to run right over there towards where the side-by-side is sitting. And you can tell, here's the trestles. Where we're standing is directly underneath the bridge. So in 1920, they rerouted the Yallabusha to a different route, left the bridge here, and then in the year 1997, somebody came along and trespassed on our property, ripped down most of the bridge and stole most of the metal. But so the superstructure is gone. You can see parts of the bridge left. The trestles are, some of them are here, some are not. A lot of it's buried in the dirt. This was actually my father-in-law's land, and he had heart surgery, and while he was in the hospital having heart surgery, somebody came out and trespassed and stole a lot of the metal. There actually, up before 1997, there was a bridge that spanned here, and you could ride down and look at the bridge, and you could climb up and walk on it. I've walked on it. It was really neat. But part of the structure is still standing. And this is incredible. This was an old turnstile bridge, and I'll show you the main pylon in just a minute. These are the pylons leading up to it. This bridge, there were only 3 turnstile bridges left in Mississippi at that time. This was one of the 3 before the guys ripped it down. But there's the main pylon right over there. The bridge was about 150 feet long, and the Yallabusha River ran right through this. Where we're at right now used to be riverbed. And cotton and tobacco used to go up and down the Yallabusha River. And they would bring teams of horses onto the bank over here, and they would hook up to one end of the bridge and spin it. So that center pylon was a spinning pylon. It was a turnstile point for the bridge. And that thing is massive. When it's colder weather, I'll come back and take a better video when there's not as many leaves in the trees and show it to you. So anyhow, they would take a team of horses and hook up, and they would actually spin the bridge to let a barge go up or down the river one way or another. But the jungle's pretty much taking it back over now. There's just woods out here now and a lot of different types of trees. But that's a small piece of history. Really interesting. Okay, let's see if we can do a little bit better job on this bridge. Before I get to the bridge, let me show you something. Beautiful deer tracks. Deer tracks and hog tracks look almost alike unless you know what to look for. Anyhow, this is some more footage of this bridge that's in the woods on the property. I made an earlier video about this back in 1920. The Army Corps of Engineers rerouted the Yallabusha River that runs through Mississippi. And that was one of the pylons on the river. Or I'm sorry, on the bridge. There's 5 on that side of the river, 5 on that side of the river. And this is a better shot of the main pylon. And this pylon is 15 feet wide at its base, and if you look at the top, you can almost see a ring that looks like a gear. And that was a gear that the turn mechanism on the bridge actually set on top of, and it kept the bridge in line and stabilized it and helped it turn properly. This pylon sets on the edge of this channel, and this channel was the deepest point of the Yallabusha River at that time, and it runs from the current river, which is about 200 yards that way, all the way this way, and there's an oxbow lake down there. Anyhow, this thing is massive, and before some people came in illegally and tore it down back in the early 2000s. Actually, it was back in 1997, I think. The bridge would stretch, it was that high, and it would stretch all the way about 200 feet in that direction to 200 feet in that direction. And you could walk across it. It was really cool. But part of the superstructure is still standing. And if you see over there, there's some more pylons over there left over from the bridge. And it's a testament to the people who built this. This bridge was here for 60 years before it was decommissioned. And it was decommissioned 100 years ago. So 160 years after it was first built, part of the superstructure is still here. Still over there. So anyhow, it's really incredible. It's a blessing to have this. We're very appreciative that we've got it. It's really something to see in person. All right, so we're going to walk around this pylon and take a little bit of a look on the other side of it. Maybe I won't get snake bit while I'm over here. So this is a little bit of a different view of it.
No, but it's another violation. It's a violation.
It's just incredible. It was really neat to see this before it was torn down. Here's where deer are coming in and out of this channel.